Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Post Route Show. And now, here's your host, W. Earl Kitchings.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Post Route, the show where we dive deep into conversations with Black quarterbacks, both past and present, and now at all age levels. I'm your host, W. Earl Kitchings, and this show is proudly brought to you by Quarter Phi Back, the preeminent fraternity for Black quarterbacks and home of the prestigious BIP Memorial Trophy, the only national award that honors both the top HBCU quarterback and the top Black quarterback from high schools around the nation. We are always happy to have you with us. And if you enjoy what our content is and you like our show, we ask that you support us by doing a few things, or all of them. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tag the notification bell so you never miss one episode of the Post Route. Join us live every Monday night at 7 p.m. for more phenomenal conversations. We're starting the month of July, and we want to talk about our posthumous honoree for July. This gentleman was the first Black quarterback to start games in the NFL. The first who got a chance to do it. And he was quite a phenomenal football player. He was so phenomenal that his nickname was the Magician. I'm talking about none other than Marlon the Magician Briscoe, graduate of Omaha University out in Omaha, Nebraska. Is now called Omaha, Nebraska, but at the time it was Omaha University. He played there from 1963 through 1966. Upon leaving Omaha University, he got a chance to sign with the Denver Broncos. And during his time at Denver in 1967, he got a chance to start several football games for the Broncos during that 67 season. As short-lived as that time was in Denver, he moved on to where he started playing for the Buffalo Bills. Again, limited time playing there, but he became a starter in 1968 and was also joined by teammate James Shaq Harris. Shaq was a great quarterback at Grambling, went on to play for Buffalo, LA, and San Diego, and he is one of the most renowned quarterbacks of that time because there weren't many Black quarterbacks who were getting an opportunity to start. Shaq got a chance to start for Buffalo, but before him, his name was Marlon the Magician Briscoe. And not only could he spin it, but he could get out of trouble. And I guess if you want to talk about a dual threat guy who could make you miss, this was the guy. That's why they called him the Magician, because he could dance his way in and out of trouble on scrambles when he played for the Denver Broncos. So our posthumous honoree for the month of July is the phenomenal, the great Marlon the Magician Briscoe. Marlon passed about a year or so ago, so kudos to him and all that he did. We remember him here at Quarter Phi Back, and he is now a posthumous member of our fraternity and our brotherhood of Black quarterbacks. Now, moving on to my guest for tonight. Man, we've been talking about bringing on that young generation of quarterback. And, a couple of weeks ago, we brought on the youngest guy we've ever had on the show, Valor Scales. Well, we're back at it again tonight. We got another young quarterback, rising quarterback, on his way to becoming a fourth grader in Jacksonville, Florida, my hometown. But last year he was in the third grade. So Valor Scales, and now my guest tonight, please join me in welcoming Mr. Jason J.J. Humphries to our show. Hey, J.J., how you doing tonight, my man?
Good. Thank you for asking.
Well, it is my pleasure to have you on the show tonight. And as I mentioned, you are the second youngest guy to be on the show. And we are so proud of you for what you've done thus far. So let me just ask you a couple of questions about your time. So, how long have you been playing football, JJ?
Um, I've been playing since I was 4 years old.
Since you were 4 years old.
Yes, sir.
And what was the first team you played for?
Um, the first tackle team I played for was
Yeah.
the West Connect Wildcats.
Okay. And what position did you play when you were with the Wildcats?
I played running back, but slowly I switched over to QB after I learned I could throw the ball.
So you switched from being a running back to the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
At 4 years old, you found out you could throw that football.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you discovered that you could throw the football, was it a big adjustment? Did you have to make a big adjustment going from a running back to now you're throwing the football and sometimes running? Was that difficult for you? Was it hard?
Well, the third part, it was kind of a breeze, but when I got in trouble, I would just take off because I had the speed and agility from my running back plays to translate to QB.
Well, you have just spoken some very powerful things saying you had the agility to be able to run the football if you couldn't pass the football, and your speed was probably the primary factor of that. And that is a couple of key things. So you are definitely what we call a dual threat quarterback. Is that right, JJ? You can run it and throw it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. So you started playing when you were 4. Um, my notes are telling me that you started playing at the 6 and under, and a couple of years ago you had a real big game in the city championship. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened in that game?
Yes, sir. I was on the Northern Cowboys Association,
Okay,
and I was playing for 6U.
okay,
It was in the Jacksonville Stadium. I had my mom, my dad, and my big brother there, and
okay,
I did the best that I could, but sadly, we came away with the loss 24-0.
okay. Well, you know, you can't win them all, buddy, but that experience taught you a lot, I'm sure, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was it like to play in that big stadium like that? I mean, what was that like? Because normally you guys play in the little neighborhood stadiums. What was it like to play in the big stadium?
To play in a big stadium,
Yeah.
I saw how long the field was, and almost I almost wanted to just say no.
You saw that big field and you thought maybe this was a little bit too much, AJJ.
Yes, sir.
But you went out there and gave it your best, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, good enough. Well, who knows, man? One day you might even play for the Jaguars. Who knows? I like that. So you played in the city championship. You didn't win the game, but that happened in 2022. But you kept learning how to play, and you kept working on your skills. Um, do you do a lot of training, JJ?
Yes, sir. I go to a QB camp on Sundays,
Okay.
and I have university Christian practices Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday,
Okay.
and I do a little stuff. I do a little stuff at home, and I might drive up to George Washington Carver, get some footwork in.
Okay. Okay. Now, being that you've got a football coach and you do a lot of working out, what are some of the things your dad has been teaching you about being a quarterback?
A lot of things he's been teaching about is my feet, cause when you try to throw the ball, you gotta come for your lower body in that back leg when it comes to.
Well, he's telling you right, man. That footwork is critically important. Is there anything else that's been important for you that he's been teaching you?
Definitely. For a little bit, I've been for a little bit later. I've been just going to the left side instead of just looking to my right side when there's more people on that side. Because usually the play that I usually have is it's a route on the left side and there's not really much options on the right side. But he taught me that you can look both ways at the same time. So um, I just learned something. I when you put your left foot in front of your right foot when you in shotgun, it kind of slows you down. But when you put your right foot, you're able to scan the whole entire field when you drop back.
Well, that is very important. I mean, that's something I did not know that, just that footwork in that way helps you see the field a lot better. So, dad is really doing some good things to help you out. You say you go and work out on Sundays. How long do you work out when you go?
From what I know, it's at least about an hour, maybe hour and 50 minutes
Okay.
if I
Okay.
stay a little bit longer.
And are you also practicing your running?
Yes, sir. I have a parachute and I run down the street with it to increase my agility, acceleration, and speed.
Very good. Well, it sounds like you are being taught just what you need to be taught at this age, man, because those are some key things that once you learn them, you'll never, never, never forget them. So that is great. Kudos to your dad. I'm proud of him for teaching you these things right now because what made you decide to want to be a quarterback? I mean, why did you think you wanted to be a quarterback?
One day, when I was playing for West Cadet Wildcat, I I saw how the quarterback was able to touch the ball every play. But at that moment, I didn't really realize it. And at the time when I became QB, which was at Moody 6U, I my dad told me you get to have the ball every single play you're on offense. And my eyes just lit up in excitement. So ever since that day, he's told me I get the ball every single play. I get to throw it, run it, or give it to somebody else.
Well, JJ, which one do you like the most, running the football or throwing the football?
Um, I would say passing the football because ever since um it's a good thing that you know how to run, but it's a great thing that you know how to pass the ball and give your teammates a chance, not just hogging the ball all the time.
Oh, wow. Well, you are certainly learning a lot, man. I mean, and by you being as young as you are learning what you're learning, it is just great to hear you be able to talk about the game of football. What's some of your favorite football teams?
Some of my favorite football teams. My first is the Jaguars.
Of course.
My second will have to be the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
My third will have to be the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. Now, those are the pro teams. You like any college teams?
Georgia.
You like Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
And
Now,
one more.
one more. Okay.
Uh, Colorado Buffaloes. Prime time.
The Colorado prime time. Who's prime time?
Not Shador Sanders. Deion Sanders.
Oh, Coach Deion Sanders is prime time. Okay. So did you like Shador Sanders being the quarterback?
Yes, sir. I learned a lot by watching some of his games. Um,
Okay.
that's where I kind of learned how to throw the ball farther. I was looking on YouTube and I saw a video of him throw the ball to Travis Hunter.
Okay. All right.
You know. and I saw his feet work, and I wanted to just start including that to my game.
Well, I'm glad to know that you're going to be adding that to your game, man, because based on the footage we've seen, you definitely will keep getting better. Now, so you gave me your pro teams, your college teams. Now, we both from Jacksonville, so I got to ask you about what's your favorite team in Jacksonville?
My favorite team in
High
Jacksonville,
school, high school,
high
high
school.
school, high school.
Ooh, I won't have to go with Reigns.
Reigns,
Yes, sir.
man, you a guy after my own heart. You're a guy after my own heart. Now, let me tell you something about Reigns. The first football coach at Reigns High School was my father. The first football coach at Reigns High School was my father.
That's so cool.
I know. And his very first season as the football coach, they went 8-1-1 and won the city championship. So when we talk about Reigns football, man, we have a lot of pride in being a Reigns Viking. So I just wanted you to know that I got some history behind me in Reigns High School. So that's great, man. I wouldn't have been upset if you said some other school, but I'm even more happier that you said Reigns, man, because I take pride in my high school, and I took a lot of pride in my father. So that's great. That's great. So now that we know those things about you, you telling me that you are going to a new school this upcoming year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, what school will you be going to this year, JJ?
For a year, I'll be going to George Washington Carver.
Okay. What school were you at last year?
Um, Last year, I was at Normandy Village Elementary.
Oh, Normandy
I
Village?
I I had been there since I was pre-K.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to know that you are continuing. What's your favorite subject?
I'll have to go with math
You like
because
math?
it's a
Okay.
it's it's a numbers game. Gotta read the clock. Um, and you gotta figure out which down it is, what how much time you got on the clock, what's the scoreboard.
Okay. So, being that you like math and being that you play football and being that it's a numbers game, what's your favorite play to call on third down in a very tight football game? What's your favorite play that you like to call?
It's this play called flood.
Okay.
Um, I would have a two receivers on the right side, one on the left, and the outside receiver would do a out route, and the inside would hit a slant, and the the tight end on the left side would hit a dig route, and the left receiver would do a fly.
Okay. And when that you call that play, who's the first receiver you're looking for and who's the second receiver you're looking for?
My first receiver is the flat route, but
Okay.
if he's not open, tight end
Okay.
over the middle.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, I want to give you something else to think about. So last year, uh, a guy from Jacksonville set the all-time high school passing record in the state of Florida. A guy from Jacksonville. His name was Jordan Durham. You know how many yards he passed for last year?
Okay.
6,000 yards. 6,000 yards just last year when he was a senior. And he holds the all-time passing record in a season for a Florida quarterback. And that was just unbelievable. I mean, what do you think about that?
To be honest, I think that's more than a regular NFL player,
You're
at least
right.
by the rookie.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You are so right. I mean, and you know, for a guy to throw for that many yards, man, he had to have some outstanding receivers, which he did. And they went to the state in their classification. They were in like the Sunshine Athletic League, and they lost in the state to IMG in the state championships. But still, 6,000 yards, man, is a lot of passing. So that's great. Now, as you continue to learn the game of football, um, what are some of the things that you take pride in doing as a football player? What are some of the things you take pride in doing?
Some of the things I take pride in,
Mm-hmm.
take pride for doing it for myself and making me happy when something go wrong, maybe something, a bad play. Next day, I'll come out ready to improve that play. Or if something happened outside of football, I'll go pick up the football, go throw it around. It's
Okay.
it's been a real journey. It makes me, everybody, happy, and it really spreads joy to my family.
Well, that's great, JJ. That is absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking here. It says you started out playing flag football. What would you say is the biggest difference between you playing flag football and you playing tackle football? What has been the biggest difference for you?
The biggest difference has definitely been the contact.
Contact. Okay.
It's a lot more rules that we can't do,
Okay.
and it's a thing. It's things. Actually, I had this one game. I was playing for the Bruins,
Okay.
and I was so ready to tackle. I pushed the man to the ground when he caught the ball, and
Wow.
I felt bad at first, but I knew I was just ready to go hit somebody.
Okay. So you play defense sometimes too?
Yes, sir.
What was what position in defense do you play?
I played cornerback and outside linebacker and free safety.
Well, you all over the field, buddy. Do you ever come off the field?
Yes, sir.
You do. Okay, because man, you sound like you on the field all the time. I mean, you sound like Travis Hunter. You never come off the field. So, JJ, let me ask you this. Tell me some of the names of your favorite quarterbacks.
Um, I get a lot of inspiration from Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Um, another one of my favorite quarterbacks would be Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Okay. Anybody else?
And another one would be, let's go with Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Okay. Now, what is it about Lamar Jackson that inspires you?
Since I've ever started playing quarterback for tackle teams, I wore the number 8 proudly to represent what he does in the NFL. And I, I take inspiration in him because I think I can be just like him, but just have a little bit more throwing ability. No offense, Lamar.
I don't think he would take any offense to that, man. That's a big time statement there. But as long as you keep working hard, you will be doing that. Well, I'm glad that Lamar Jackson inspires you the way that he does, man, because we all need somebody to inspire us. Well, that's great. And you say you wear the number 8?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, what was the number you wore before you got inspired by Lamar Jackson? What was your number?
Uh, Before I got inspired by Lamar Jackson, I'm pretty sure I was number 4.
Number 4? Well, I know who number 4 was. That was that Michael Vick guy. So do you watch a lot of TV, football on TV with your dad and mom?
Yes, sir. I watch a bunch of Netflix series about football. Um, Usually I'll just go find something, maybe about football on a video game, and I'll try to go replicate replicate it on a game or in real life.
Okay. Well, you are such a polished young man, and you have just been very good in giving me some very interesting things to know about you. I'm looking forward to football season coming because I definitely want to come to one of your football games and see you in action, man. I'm looking forward to that already. And we only got what, a couple of more, about a month and a half left before.
There's the snap. Nice pass. Mr. Cruz with the catch. Touchdown, Raiders. Jason Allen Humphries to MJ Cruz. There's that connection. Starting to come alive.
Well, you got a guy all excited up there announcing the game, and you threw that touchdown pass pretty perfectly, buddy. That was great. That was great.
Thank you.
You say you got a big brother?
Yes, sir. I have three siblings.
Okay. How old are your siblings?
21, 12, and 11.
Okay.
Actually, no, 13.
Okay. Do any of your older brothers play football?
Yes, sir. I think my older brother used to play football with my dad. Um, all my other siblings don't really know.
Not really. Okay. Well, it sounds like you are that football guy in the family, so that's a big thing. So now I'm sure when everybody's at your games, everybody's got on the number 8.
Yes, sir.
That's great, man. That's great. Well, listen, I got to take a quick time out, JJ. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more. Don't go anywhere. You can go get you something to drink or whatever, but we're going to take a time out, do a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more football with JJ Humphries, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, stay with us. Wow. Now, you talk about a polished young guy, knows the game of football, knows what he's doing, inspired by guys like Lamar Jackson, been playing since he was 4. You know I got to go to see him play some football. I mean, so this fall I'm at one of his football games just so I can see it for myself. But while we got this time out, we want to remind you that Quarterfied Back, you can now get our merchandise online. And if you are interested in any of our merchandise, we have a diverse group of products that we want to share with you. If I could get this thing to work. Let me see if that'll work. Nope, I'm having some problems. There it is. There we go. Now, as you can see, we've got 8 products that we are merchandising right now. We've got our logo t-shirts, top left, bottom left, the full color shirt, the golf shirt under that. Those are our full body shirts. Next to that is our cotton t-shirt, logo shirt. You can get you one of those. Those are only $25. Then moving across, you got the warm-ups starting at $90. The hoodie starting at $70. We got 2 type of hats. We got a bucket hat. We got a cap. Both of those at $30. And if you're interested, you can get you the Quarterfied Back lapel. All of this merchandise, all you got to do is go to our email address at quarterfiedback@yahoo.com. Put in your order, and we'll get that order out to you ASAP. Please note that on our specialty shirts, the golf shirt and the full body t-shirt, it takes a little bit longer to get that product back to you because those are custom made. But hey, help us out, make a purchase, get your quarterfinal back merchandise, the preeminent, that's who we are, of Black Quarterback Fraternity. Get your merch from us today. Now, the other thing we like to invite you to do is get you a copy of my book, The Forgotten QBs, the little known histories, information, and statistics about Black quarterbacks who played the game of American college football. That's the first book that we came out with. That's the basis for this show, The Post Route and Quarterfinal Back. That book there, $35. Once again, you can go online. We take Zelle at 904-994-2189. Or if you want to do Cash App, you can do the $Q5back44 to order your merchandise. $35 for the book, and you can get the other merchandise as it suits you here on our website. So take a look at it. Check us out. Let us know what you're interested in, and we'll get it right out to you. We're going to go back to my guest tonight, a rising star in the making, Mr. Jason J.J. Allen. JJ, welcome back to the Post Route, buddy. Glad to have you. We're going to look at some more clips. Here's another clip of him playing. Rolling out, moving around, found that seam down the right side, and he's hit it. Pay dirt. That's what we're talking about. That's a dual threat quarterback at a young age, everybody. Dual threat at a young age, man. Welcome back to the show, JJ.
Thank you, thank you.
Do you remember those games?
Yes, sir. Probably one of the most exciting games I've had in a little while.
Very good, very good. So do you think a lot of teams are aware of who you are when you go to play them now?
I would say it would be good to be noticed, but it's just a matter of time for somebody able to know my talent and come calling my name.
That's very good. That's very good. So you are your quarterback, and that's something that you've been doing for a while, and we look forward to you doing that going forward. What kind of hobbies do you have, JJ? Do you have any hobbies that you do?
I have a couple of them.
Okay.
Mainly football is a hobby.
Okay. What else?
Going outside, getting some fresh air.
All right.
Probably play a couple video games then and there.
Well, what's your favorite video game?
Madden 25.
Madden 25? Now, who's the best in the house at playing Madden 25? You, your dad, or your brothers?
You're gonna have to be me.
Oh, come on now. You're not just telling me that because you're on the show, man. You better than your brothers and your dad?
I beat my dad in Madden 18 once.
Okay. Well, I'm sure your dad is always being competitive with you. Are you a competitive person, man? Are you very competitive?
Yes, sir.
You hate to lose?
I would almost cry my eyes out for a whole day straight if I lost again.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like that competitive spirit. I love it. Well, being that you beat your daddy up on Madden games, man, I guess he's not happy when you beat him up, eh?
Not at all.
Not at all. Eh?
He will not speak to me for the rest of the day.
Wow. Now, even though you beat your dad in Madden, it doesn't affect him training you as a quarterback, does it?
No, sir.
Okay, so he still puts it all into you, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. That's great. Now, we were talking earlier about your mom and your mom's cooking. Now, I know that your mom feeds you just right. But what's your favorite dish that your mom cooks?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. You prefer mac and cheese over pizza?
All day, every day.
You prefer mac and cheese over some good fried chicken?
No.
Okay, so her fried chicken and mac and cheese, that's as good as it gets.
Together, them combined is a restaurant.
Oh wow. Okay. Now, does your mom cook you some special desserts, man, that you like?
She has. I'm pretty sure it's some good banana bread. Um, she made my birthday cake once. It was
Okay.
very good.
Okay. And
Um,
what's your favorite dessert that she makes?
brownies.
Brownies? Now,
Yes,
do
sir.
you like your brownies with or without ice cream?
Ice cream.
You like them with ice cream. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, you told me earlier that your mom makes a good apple pie. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So you think if I come by the house at Thanksgiving, man, y'all will let me in so I can enjoy some of her fantastic cooking?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna hold you to that, JJ. I'm gonna hold you to that. When I knock on the door, I want you to say, "That's Mr. Kitchens. Let him in." That's great, man. Do you eat a lot? Got a
No,
good
not
appetite?
really.
No?
I'll eat a little something then and there if I just ate. But otherwise, if it's like time for me to go do something, maybe go outside, I'll probably go play some football and burn off some calories.
Okay. All right. So is there another sport you like to play other than football?
I played basketball for a couple days.
Yeah.
It was okay, but just didn't really fit my style.
Okay. You're a football guy.
That's it.
All right. All right. So now that we've learned all this about you, um, is there anything you like to ask me? I'm gonna just open it up, see if you got anything you like to ask me, because sometimes I don't give people a chance to ask me any question, but I'm gonna give you a chance to ask me a question or two.
My first question is, what is your favorite food?
My favorite fruit?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I would have to say pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah, I'm a big pineapple fan. And maybe after that, mango. You like mango?
Not really. I'll eat it, but not like that. Like that.
Okay. All right. That's the first question. What's another question you want to ask me?
Where did you play on your high school days?
Oh, well, now, JJ, now we talking. So I played three sports in high school. I played football. I played in the 10th grade, I played on the offensive line because I was a little heavier then. But then in the 11th and 12th grade, I played defensive back. I played tennis for 3 years in high school, and I played soccer for 2 years in high school.
You did a
Uh,
lot of running there.
yeah, I did. And then I played 2 years of tennis when I went to college. So,
That's that's cool.
yeah. Uh, hey, JJ, you think I could have lived at my house if I didn't play football, meaning that my dad was a football coach?
Mm, yeah. It's maybe not.
Okay, well, fortunately, I did play football, so I won't ever have to know the answer to the question if I didn't. But um, it was always a good thing to be around my dad because my dad was just man. My dad was a football junkie. I mean, he loved football, man. I still got videotapes of games he recorded, man, still here at the house. But my dad loved himself some football, so yeah, he was great about that. But I enjoy playing football, but I think I love playing tennis more so than anything. I think I love tennis, so that really was a sport I love to play. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah. And then in high school, I played with a guy who was the first black quarterback at the University of Florida. And if you come to the function, they're going to have this function on July the 26th at Scott Park. If you come out there to that function, since you're going to be going to George Washington Carver, I will make it a point to find you and introduce you to a guy by the name of Don Gaffney. He's the first black quarterback at the University of Florida. And then he was the starting quarterback for my football team. And then the second string quarterback, he was the second black quarterback at the University of Florida. His name is Terry LeCount. Maybe your dad heard of both of those guys, but they're supposed to be at this fish fry and gathering on the 26th of July. So maybe you and your folks can come out to that, man, and we can connect, and I can introduce you to some of those guys who will be there. But those were some fantastic guys, man. Fantastic. So being that, excuse me, you're looking forward to playing football for the upcoming year, do you already know what team you're going to be playing for in the fall? Do you already know?
Yes, sir. I'll be playing for University Christians.
You'll be playing for University Christian?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're going to have to compete to be the quarterback, I take it?
Yes, sir. Always.
You looking forward for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I know you're going to do a fine job, and I expect that you'll probably be, if not the starter, you'll be right there behind the starter. But I'm expecting that based on what you've been doing, man, you're going to be that starting quarterback because you love to compete. I can already tell that. Very good. So as we get ready for the football season, have you been to many Jaguar games?
I've been to a couple. I went to a Jaguars practice maybe a few months ago.
Did you?
Yes, sir. I saw a couple nice dudes. Travis Hunter. It was a rookie practice.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
saw some decent quarterbacks. It surprised me that Jacksonville drafted the fastest running back in the draft too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was surprised they got him, too. I was not expecting that. I really wasn't expecting them to get Travis Hunter. But are you glad he's here in Jacksonville?
It's because our wide receiver lineup is kind of like we might go to Super Bowl.
So you're feeling he might can take the Jaguars to the Super Bowl?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, JJ, let me ask you this. If there was any black quarterback that you could meet, if they say whoever you pick, we're gonna make a way for you to meet them, who would that be?
The black quarterback I would probably want to meet. I'll say I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson still.
So if you can meet Lamar Jackson, that would make your day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to make any promises, but if there's a way for me to make that happen, would you take a phone call? If he just called you on the phone, would that be okay too?
I'm a phone call away. You just gotta call me. I'll pick right up.
Man, let me tell you, I just love talking to you, boy. You got a lot of finesse. You got a lot of personality, man. You're just a phone call away from Lamar Jackson calling you up. Okay. Well, that's great. Well, let me see. I do know some people. I don't know if I know the right people to make a call to Lamar Jackson, but we'll see what happens. I'll see what I can find out, and who knows? Maybe you'll get a call. I had a guy on the show a couple of months ago. He wanted to meet Doug Williams. Guess who called him up 2 weeks ago? Doug Williams. Doug Williams called him up. So we're going to see what we can do for you, buddy. We're going to see what we can do since you're a big fan of Lamar Jackson. But then again, if I was able to connect you with Michael Vick, would you be upset?
He's Lamar Jackson. I don't.
I know.
You're
just a phone call away. I love it. Wow. That is great. Man, there's a lot of people, man, checking you out tonight, man, and they think you are such an awesome guy. You rock, you awesome. They proud of you. Well, you are just one fantastic guy. I'm just so happy that we were able to connect. And you know, your mom said that you told her about the show and you wanted to get on the show, and I'm just glad we connected, man, because you are worth the price. You are definitely worth the money, man. Thank you so much for following us, and we're looking forward to continuing this relationship. So you thank your mom and you thank your dad, both of them, for being a part of getting you on the show, because that was a real big deal. Because we talked way back in March, and she was like, "Yeah, he wants to come on the show." I'm like, "Well, we'll make it happen." Hey, JJ, I'm just a phone call away. I'm just a phone call away. So, hey, you keep on doing what you're doing. And like I said, man, I'm going to do my best to come to one of your games, because you are definitely one of the guys we want to check out. Have you, let me just ask you this. Now, I know there are a lot of football camps, quarterback camps. Have you been to any quarterback camps lately?
Yes, sir. I've been to, I think his name is Coach KJ.
KJ Black?
That I do not know. He told us to call him Coach KJ.
Sound like Coach KJ Black to me. Okay, go ahead.
But I went over there last Sunday, but not last Sunday, last Sunday, because they had canceled it because it's too much rain and it was probably lightning.
Okay. All right. So, being that you said your favorite high school team would be Reigns, I'm gonna check with your mom and dad to see if we can get you to a Reigns football game, man. Because maybe we can get you introduced to the quarterback from Reigns High School. He had a great season last year. TJ Cole, I think the guy's name is, the quarterback, led him to the state championship game, although they didn't win it, but you know, they had a great season. They went 13-0 until they got to the state. So maybe we can make that happen for you too. So anything we can do to help you. So JJ, it has been my pleasure to have you on the show tonight. Thank you so very much. So as we get ready to close, let me just say this. Because of you coming on the show tonight, we would like to welcome you to the Brotherhood of Black Quarterbacks, and you are now a member of the fraternity called Quarter Phi Back. You are now a fraternity brother. You are a brother, and we are happy to have you in. We're going to send you out your certificate, your lifetime membership certificate in our fraternity, and your letter to acknowledge your membership, man. But we are so proud of you. What size t-shirt do you wear? Can you wear like an adult medium?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see about getting you, because I don't do this for everybody, but I'm going to see about getting you a Quarter Phi Back t-shirt, man. So when you are out there practicing and people are saying, what's a Quarter Phi Back? You can tell them it's the fraternity of who?
Black quarterbacks.
Black Quarter. There you go. And that's who you are a member of. As a matter of fact, you are now a fraternity member with Don Gaffney and Terry LeCount, because they are in our fraternity too, man. So you are one of their brothers now. And that's a big deal, man, you know, to be in a fraternity, because most times your dad will probably tell you got to go to college to join a fraternity. But not with us, man. You are already a member of the Brotherhood of Quarter Phi Back. Welcome to our brotherhood, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be a part of your fraternity.
Well, we're excited about that, man. Is your mom and dad around? I want to just holler at them real quick.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There they go.
All right. Miss Humphrey. Mr. Humphrey.
Hello.
Man, I just want to say thank you. I just want to thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you both, because this has truly been a pleasure. I am so happy to meet your son and to meet both of you. Y'all are now part of our family. That
Thank you,
we're now
sir.
family now because of him being in this fraternity. We now family. So if there's anything we can do to help him, we know some people who are quarterback gurus. Anything we can help to help him become a better quarterback and a better person, please let us know, because that's what we're all about, man. We're about building family and relationships and grooming these young men to be quarterbacks, so they can be outstanding people.
Well, we thank you, sir, and thank you for inviting him on your platform. We appreciate it. We're all about God, family, and football, and he's a great young man, as you can tell, and we're just shaping and molding him in the way he should go. So
Well,
we appreciate the support, and anybody that want to work with him, we always want that work.
Well, great. And that's why one of the things I shared with you both was I'm happy to have him on the show, but if the two of you not in agreement with him being on, then I wasn't going to do it. But when parents agree, when we come to agree that it's okay to have their son come on the show, that gives me a lot of understanding of the home life and the family and the bond that the family and the young man have. So we take this very serious, and I will not have any young man under 18 on the show unless mom and or dad say okay. So thank you. So hey, Miss Humphries, I do want you to know though, I am going to hold him to that Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, you're welcome. Please and thank you. We have the space. Yes.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you so very much again. We enjoyed having him on the show, and we will be in touch soon. We will be getting out his certificate online to him this week, so he'll be able to frame it and put it up, and he'll know that he's a part of this fraternity. Like I said, on the 26th of July, they're having a special celebration of Scott Park legends. George Washington Carver School is in front of Scott Park. So some of the legends of Scott Park are going to be at this function, and I know I'm going to be there. So if you guys can come out, I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Humphries, did you know about Don Gaffney and Terry LeCount?
So we was working out. When was that? One day last week, we was at Scott Park. We live literally right around the corner from Scott Park.
Oh my goodness!
A coach approached us and is trying to get us to come play with guys, the guys over there at Scott Park. We said we're going to go out there Wednesday and check it out, and we're going to also come attend the free camp or whatever it is that they're having on the 26th. So look at God. Look how God works. That's amazing to know that Scott Park is doing that for the kids and then doing that, giving back for the community. But not only that, Mr. Kitchings, you're going to be there as well. We didn't know that. So that may be a sign, JJ. I don't know. Shout out to UCAA. Hey, the young man is on the rise. So,
well, I won't say that God doesn't have his hand in this mixture, man, because back in the day, Scott Park was probably the park. If you're looking for some top-notch athletes, Pop Warner, they had the football team back in the day was known as the Astro Bees, and they were something to deal with. And a lot of the guys that's going to be at this remembrance, this fellowship, this acknowledgement played for those teams. And that's why I was telling about Don Gaffney and Terry LeCount, first two black quarterbacks at the University of Florida. So it will be my pleasure to introduce you and him to some of these guys, man, because the community needs to know just what happened in that park, because when we don't tell our history, it just dies. And I'm not going to let that happen. And that's why I do what I do with these black quarterbacks. So I'm looking forward to that Saturday and looking forward to you. And it's free. So just come on out. So, but you live right around, you're in the area. So you're right there.
This is our second invite. So we will be there.
Okay. All right. Well, hey guys, we enjoyed it. Thank you so very much. And we will be in touch, but we will get everything out to you. But please, if there's anything we can do for you guys, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I'm just going to do one of these winks, but I certainly can see him wearing that cardinal red and silver gray, being a Reigns Viking one day. I'm just putting it out there.
Hey,
His math teacher played at Reigns.
Okay. There we go. There we go. So
Mr. James Valentine. So
okay.
Mr. Valentine.
Well, hey, it looks like he's gonna get kind of rained on with some Reigns Viking stuff, but ain't nothing wrong with being a Viking, son. Nothing wrong with it. So again, thank you very much for all you do for him, for the rest of your family, and may God bless you all, and we'll be in touch.
God bless you, man, and thank you for this platform. It's been an honor.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening.
You too, sir.
All right. See you, JJ. All right, man. We're talking about quarter five back. If you don't know, everybody wants to know. We are the preeminent fraternity for black quarterbacks. And tonight was a great example of why we do what we do, because you saw a young rising quarterback, just going to be in the 4th grade. 6 years from now, we'll be hearing about Jason J.J. Humphries leading somebody's team. Well, it's been a great night. We thank you all for joining us. Let me just flash that logo up so JJ will know what that, there it is right there, the logo of quarter five back. That's what we are. That's who we are. That's what our letters look like when you join us, quarter five back. So I'm going to look to getting him that t-shirt. I don't do it, like I said, I don't do that for everybody, but you know, when they're that young and aspiring, you got to go a little extra. So we want to thank everyone for joining us. We want to thank our guests and fans who chimed in tonight and sent us some messages in our chat room. So until the next time, next Monday night at 7 o'clock, I'm your host, Earl Kitchings. And as we always say, as we close out the show, go deep and go for the bomb. Until next Monday night, take care, everybody.